Tupac is one, if not one of the greatest rappers in our lifetime. He made many great songs that speak on social injustices. For example, like the song Changes, in which that is one of my personal favorites. That one and Keep Your Head Up, both are great songs. But with that said, his death is one of the biggest mysteries in our lifetime. And as I speak, they're having a trial on what happened on that fateful day, which took place on September the 7th, 1996. Because after that day, things were never the same. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video today. Today, we go over one of the hip-hop's biggest unsolved murder, the mysterious death of Tupac. Before we get into this video, it would be great if you subscribe and leave a like because it helps the channel grow. But with that said, let's get into it. Chapter 1. Tupac, or more accurately this, was born in June of 1971 in New York City. His parents were this and his dad was named this. Both of them were in the Black Panther Party. Soon after he was born, he was later renamed to this. After this guy, his dad and Tupac had little to no communication up until he was an adult. And in 1975, his mom married his stepdad named this. And then in 1986, they moved into Baltimore, Maryland, where Tupac attended the Baltimore School for the Arts. This is where he takes off in terms of making music and having good grades. Tupac himself says that the freest I ever felt. And fun fact, this is where he met Jada Pinkett Smith, Will Smith's future wife. He even wrote poems about Jada Pinkett. Before he finished school, his family moved into California. This is where he got into the streets, selling drugs and being involved with gangs. And in 1990, he became a backup dancer for the hip-hop group called Digital Underground. Soon enough, he picked up a mic and started rapping. That is when he joined Interscope Records, when Tupac debuted as a solo artist. This is where he finally took off and released some of his best songs. Chapter 2. At this point of his life, he got into a lot of legal troubles. He even got injured because in November of 1994, he was shot 5 times. He says that the notorious B.I.G. and the most infamous P. Diddy were involved in the shooting. I swear, anytime something bad happens, P. Diddy gets involved. Look, was he involved in the shooting? Who knows? But when it comes to more conspiracy stuff, his name pops up. Him and Jeffrey Epstein, the fucking big two. Let's go back to the topic. In February of 1995, he went to jail on the charges of SA. On the October of 1995, he was released from jail after meeting with Suge Knight. Suge Knight was ready to pay $1.3 million in bail, but in exchange, Tupac had to sign up with Death Row Records, in which he did. And in 1996, he released the album All Eyes on Me and starred in some movies. And in June of 1996, he released a song called Hit Them Up, in which he dissed Biggie Smalls and a few East Coast rappers. After that, he continued his life up until his death. Chapter 3. It was September the 7th of 1996. Tupac and Suge Knight went into the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada, to see a Mike Tyson fight. After the boxing match finished, Tupac and Suge Knight decided to leave, but Tupac and his bodyguard got in a fight with Southside Crip Compton gang member Orlando Anderson. After the fight, he decided to ride with Suge Knight, with Tupac associates riding in a death car behind them. That is when they stopped in a red light, and a white Cadillac pulled up on Tupac's side and opened fire, with 4 bullets hitting Tupac and bullets fragments hitting Suge Knight in the head. Officer Chris Carroll was first on scene and tried to help Tupac, but Tupac said back to him, "Fuck you." Those were Tupac's last words as he was rushing to the ER. But on September 13th of 1996, 6 days later, he sadly passed away. He was only 25. But with that said, let's go to the conclusion. We still don't know who killed him. Some say it was P. Diddy who called a hit on him, or some terrorist group called the Jewish Defense League who killed Tupac. Hopefully with this trial coming up, we can finally see some justice. He was only 25 when he got killed, and that's so young, dude. Holy crap. And he was only 25 when he became a legend. That's when he died, and that's just crazy to think about, dude. But with that said, thank you for watching today's video. It'd be great if you subscribe and leave a like on today's video because your support goes a long way. See you in the next video. Bye.